3 things nerds should be doing before they go watch Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Live long and prosper.
It's only 2 things.
Live long. Yeah, you're right.
It's
It sounds like it should be 3 things. but it's not.
Live
Long
long.
and prosper.
Strange New Worlds is boldly going where it all began. Murder? In this episode, we are reviewing the latest Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 episode, A Space Adventure Hour. I'm your host, Corey Winter, and this is Eat Sleep Nerd, a show where you can check out, go AFK, and relax with us as we discuss all things nerd. Joining me here for this possibly half-hour-long discussion, we got my brother, Josh Winter, and our friend, Christian James.
It's the crowd cheering.
All right,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And you are the civilian on the crew right now because you still have the uniform.
Weirdly enough, still a red shirt.
Fair enough. Yeah, so Jason's going to miss this episode, but he'll be back next week. And then we're going to get Cynthia in on this conversation pretty soon. She's catching up on Strange New Worlds as we speak, so she'll be up to date on Season 3 before too long. So, in this episode, it's just the 3 of us, but we're going to be talking about this latest episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And it was a different one. It was different. It was different. Josh?
Yeah.
You seem to enjoy it.
I loved it.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Let me ask you this. What would Jason say if he was here?
He would have loved it as well.
Okay. Christian?
Yeah. It reminded me of Clue.
It's a very Trekky episode.
Okay. Can you summarize what it is since Jason's not here for
Okay, so I'm going to try to do a better job than Jason.
it?
So the gist of the episode is that the Enterprise has been gifted and ordered to test a prototype for a ship-based holodeck program. Holodecks are most famous from The Next Generation, where they are on a lot of starships. And for all the naysayers who start saying it's too early in the timeline for holodecks, they even address that in the episode, and it's true in canon. Holodecks exist at this point in the Star Trek timeline, but they're so power hungry and require so much space that they're mostly relegated to either planet-based installations or like star bases. So the whole point is that they're testing a smaller, more portable version of this. So they get La'an to test it. Being La'an, she decides that she wants to test it on a murder mystery from a series of fictional novels in the 1960s. Think Hardy Boys or Nancy Drew. And because it is a holodeck in Star Trek, things go awry. That's it.
Well, all right. So we will be talking spoilers in this episode, but we'll do our general thoughts to start this thing off. So, this was a very different episode. Didn't really tie in story-wise to the rest of the season so far, except for
It's
a couple of character things.
there's a little stinger
Yeah.
at the end that I'm sure will develop into other things. But no, I mean, it's mostly a standalone episode.
But yet again, there still will be spoilers. So, spoiler warning there. We will be talking about what happened in this episode. So if you have not seen it yet, you might want to tune away just for, 45 minutes. Then come right back to see what we thought about the episode. And we'll talk about all the stuff that happened. So, Josh, kicking us off, score for this episode.
5.
All right.
I've only ever given one episode of Strange New Worlds and not a 5.
It's bold.
I'm boldly going.
All right. So, Christian, what about you?
As not being well versed in the Star Trek world, I'm giving it 4.5.
A 4.5?
Yes.
Interesting.
Corey comes swooping in. Ha-two.
Oh, guys, this was a drag to get through for me.
I heard the groans.
Oh my gosh. There were some moments that I laughed out loud, but I might have to give it a 1.
Really?
This just
One?
Not
Corey
working.
does not like the silly episodes.
No.
Well, it was not just the fact that it was silly.
It's really not even silly.
Yeah, it wasn't even silly. It was. Well, I mean, it was, but
It's kind of
it was the fact
serious.
that it didn't really have anything to do with the characters of the Enterprise. Didn't have anything to do with.
It was a
Star
it was
Trek.
a La'an episode, and it actually had everything to do with Star Trek.
Did it?
Yes,
Did it?
I think your gap comes from not knowing about the history of Star Trek.
But it didn't have anything to do with the story of Strange New Worlds. Didn't have anything to do with, Captain Pike doing anything, or Nurse Chapel do anything like, had nothing to do with the characters. It was all made up characters.
And La'an. It was La'an's episode.
Yeah, but she was.
It's an ensemble show, Corey, and
Yeah.
this was her
It
episode.
had nothing to do with the story. It was just.
That's
I mean-
how Star Trek used to be, and that's one of the best things about Strange New Worlds. So they have standalone episodes.
I don't know. No, I will say standout things. Anson Mount playing his character. I would say,
He was basically playing Gene Roddenberry.
but just the voice he did.
That's how Gene Roddenberry
Yeah.
talked. Like,
It was great. So this actually would give us a 3.5 out of 5 for this episode. So I mean, that's not
honestly, that's
not
probably
bad.
where it's going to land.
Yeah.
Yeah, for most
Like
audiences,
in like in a general audience sort of way. It's an episode that's best understood if you understand not just Star Trek, but like the story of Star Trek.
lore of Star Trek.
Like the behind the scenes stuff. This is the entire premise that they end up doing is very much the story of the original series and it getting made and all the crap that it went through. So if you know that story, you can catch the references and it's a lot more fun. If you don't know that story or just don't give a toot, then yeah, you're gonna kind of be like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. And I will say before we start talking about the actual story stuff, that brings our season total for season 3 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds to just above a 4 out of 5. So averaging all of our individual episode scores together and then averaging all of that together for the overall season score, just over a 4 out of 5. So not bad.
Feels good.
Not bad. All right, so let's get into what happened in this episode. I'm going to come up there and join you guys. So Josh,
Woo.
kick us off. Well, how did this episode open for us?
Okay, so it opened with a small segment of what ends up being the show within the show. And what did they call it? The Last Frontier?
Oh, I
Like,
actually have this
yeah.
written down. The ship
The
was
show.
the USS Adventure.
Yeah. The
I
show was The Last
yeah.
Frontier.
I guess it was, yeah, that sounds right.
And so this is the gist of it is that La'an again asks for a murder mystery. The holodeck crafts a murder mystery for her, which is the actors and creators of this television show, The Last Frontier, which is very obviously supposed to be the original series of Star Trek. And essentially, in what I'm sure was a fantasy for a lot of people involved, they killed the studio head.
Yeah.
And it just spirals from there. But the show opens with what is supposed to be a scene from that show, and it's great. They had New Kirk playing OG Kirk, but more specifically playing William Shatner.
Yes.
Very
And
over the, well,
I mean,
Pretty accurate.
Shatner by himself
a-
is over the top,
a
but yeah.
fairly exaggerated Shatner,
Yeah.
but it's the Shatner that everyone pretends to be when they're trying to make fun of Shatner.
Yeah.
And he does a good job, but like it was all there, like the multicolored sets with the fluorescent colored lighting, the
Even
very
the-
bad alien costumes.
The very bad alien costumes with like the sticks to help them control the arms.
yeah, like it was
Yeah.
But like,
was
even it was pretty cool because like even like the audio was not great.
no, they had toned down the audio. It was basically in mono.
Yeah.
Like it was very much making fun of, but in a very, very precise way. Like it's if you watch OG Star Trek, it's really not like that. It is not that bad.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, it's kind of that. Like that is what it is. They had Nurse Chapel in her itty bitty skirt because that's what they made those gals wear.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot of fun. And again, if you haven't watched TOS, it's kind of rough. But if you have been through that, or heck, if you grew up watching it, then yeah, the homaging are
Homages.
yeah, the homogenesis is there, and it's like I said, it is very much supposed to be a jerk. In a weird way, though, it made me approve of what is that? What is the actor's name? Wesley something Newkirk.
Theater.
Yeah, Newkirk. I can never remember his real name.
Oh, actually, do it. Pull it. Let's see. I have Anson Mount, Christopher T. Strong, Jess Buss, Paul Wesley.
Yeah, Paul Wesley actually convinced me of his ability to play Kirk more than what he's done so far playing Kirk.
And he hasn't really done that much, so it is
Yeah.
nice to kind of see him paying that homage.
We haven't really seen him since last season.
Yeah.
Which at San Diego Comic-Con during the Star Trek panel, the creators and writers for Strange New Worlds floated that they're talking to the studio about doing Star Trek Year One, which I don't know if it would just literally be one season, but after they wrap Strange New Worlds, because we assume that's going to end with Kirk taking over the ship,
Mhm.
you have to remember that Star Trek TOS starts years after that happens. So there's still story that they haven't covered yet.
Hmm.
And so anyway, that could be
Well,
exciting.
And not getting too off topic.
Yeah. Point is, though,
So if
him doing an exaggerated William Shatner actually convinced me more of him being a really good Kirk.
well, I'll talk about that later. So getting back on topic, just before we even gloss over it, Jonathan Frakes, this was one of his directed episodes.
Yes. And Jonathan Frakes episodes are always good.
Yeah.
They're always very character heavy. I feel like he purposely picks ones that are character heavy.
Character heavy.
It was.
Yeah.
Corey, I'm sorry that you
It was
didn't
all
get
about
it.
La'an
Like,
and her skills.
see, you need to watch more old Trek. And by old Trek, I mean like TNG and stuff. Because they had enough episodes that there were a lot of episodes that basically only had one character. Like, this is not a new thing for Star Trek. It's just a new thing for you.
All right. It was better than the fairy tale episode.
Everything is better than the fairy tale episode. I've had dumps that were better than the fairy
Do you
tale
remember that,
episode.
Christian?
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Seared in there forever.
All right. So getting us, we actually ended up after the opening credits, which were also old school opening credits. They actually got us back onto the Enterprise, kind of setting us up for what that holodeck is all about. So we did get a little bit of the current crew and stuff in this episode. It wasn't just all of the
Despite Corey's mumblings.
yeah. Well, yeah. But you know, you guys keep mentioning it was La'an.
La'an. Yeah.
La'an. She was the main character of this episode, but also
Scotty.
Scotty was a big character of this episode. He was
Yeah.
kind of anchoring the Enterprise side of things in this episode.
And I love what they're doing with Scotty. Because the Scotty that we all know is very confident. He knows how to do everything. He knows that ship inside and out. He can make it do anything. And you can tell that this Scotty is going to get there. But I like that he's not there yet. He is very, very smart and he knows what he's doing, but he has a confidence issue.
Yeah.
And confidence usually comes from experience, and experience usually comes from that crap you learn right after you needed to know it.
Exactly.
And so I kind of like that. I like what they're doing with Scotty. I like that we didn't just generate a fully formed Scotty,
Yeah.
and that he's very determined and he's very capable, but he is still learning. He's still growing.
Yeah.
And yeah, if there was a secondary character this episode, it was 100% Scotty.
Yeah, which is good. Plus, also, it kind of dealt with some of the trauma he's still kind of facing from how he got onto the Enterprise to begin with.
Wasn't a happy
His
story.
last ship and the Gorn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a nice tying up his character's arc. But then we also had some more Spock development. So bringing back the dancing that he started with La'an.
La'an.
Just going to call her La'an.
La'an. Yeah, that's
Dash
not her name.
on. Dash on.
You can call her Noonien Singh.
Noonien Singh. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good one. But yeah, bringing back the dancing again and kind of jumping ahead a little bit, reminder spoilers. Romantic relationship building there.
Yeah, Spock pulls.
Yeah, I saw that from the last episode.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Last couple
last
episodes.
couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they that natural TV trope of like putting two characters together and you're like,
I mean, yeah.
and of course, dancing is sexy.
It is. Especially when those two do it.
Yeah.
They're both very good looking people.
Such a barrel chest that Ethan has.
It's a lot of man.
And
And very sweet in real life. We met him. Never going to let you guys forget that.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so that was tying us all the way back to, I think it was like the second episode where he had the fake wedding.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of dancing kind of kicked off there, and we kind of thought that might be the end of it because we were like, no, there's no way they're going to set them up. They did. They followed through.
Yeah.
Called that.
Yeah.
But
Which is funny because like I was thinking, you know, in the original series, they have to go to Vulcan to deal with Spock's marriage to T'Pring.
Mhm.
And earlier in the series, I was kind of thinking, we're giving Spock a lot of romance with not his future wife. But then I watched that episode from the original series the other day and realized that the rest of the crew is very surprised to find out that Spock is still engaged to this woman and going to marry her. So actually it kind of perfectly tracks because dude is getting around. And then in a few years he's going to be like, well, got to go handle my marriage. So
what was the last we saw of T'Pring in this?
Didn't
It's like
they?
season 1.
Yeah, like they haven't really handled it. Well, no, she was was that season 1 or season 2? There's not that many episodes and I can't remember.
Yeah, it all kind of runs together. I'll just been a couple years.
Didn't they amicably agree to separate for a little while?
So I'm trying to
and to
remember.
like
So
see if they could swing back around?
Cynthia and I are rewatching season 1 right now, and as of I think the last thing I watched with her, they're still together. They had an episode where they were kind of fighting, but then at the end of it, I think they figured things out. So I don't remember them breaking up. Or maybe they did. I don't know.
I can't remember.
I have to go back and watch. If you guys remember, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
It's just something we're forgetting from 2 years ago. But yeah.
It was a heck of a break. Yeah.
So he ends up marrying T'Pring?
No.
Okay.
No, that goes south
Okay.
real bad.
Mm.
Yeah.
But he marries someone else.
No.
Oh.
He's just out there.
Bachelor for life.
All right. Love that.
Yeah.
All
It was a
right.
long life too, a couple hundred years.
All right. Let's get us on to that holodeck and everything that happened in the holodeck side of things. So the detective you're mentioning, the essentially Nancy Drew of this world, Amelia Moon. It was a very murder mystery Clue type of setup, and all of them playing like these hippie characters.
Yeah. So
it's the 60s.
yeah, it took place in the 60s, which again, that's when they were making the original Star Trek.
Yeah.
The characters involved were the head of the studio, the creator, essentially Gene Roddenberry, who Captain Pike played, and Anson Mount did a hilarious job.
He
with
really
that.
did. That's
He
probably my
leaned,
favorite part of this episode.
leaned into that horde. And then the 2 or 3 of the actors playing essentially supposed to be Kirk.
Hollow Kirk.
Yeah, Hollow Kirk. I guess Erica Ortiz. Ortega, yes. Ortega was kind of supposed to be a combo of like several crew members, but they called her the Doctor, so I guess she was supposed to sort of be Bones-ish. And then Chapel was playing kind of a combo of Nurse Chapel and Uhura and I don't know, various other female crew members, as well as who I'm assuming was essentially supposed to be Lucille Ball, played by Number One.
Yeah.
And because I commented that she was blonde when we first saw her.
Right.
She wasn't. She was a redhead. And they said several times that it was her passion project and she was the one who got it made.
Yeah.
That is very much what happened.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Very much what happened in real life. They took it to CBS. CBS said, this feels really weird. We're not sure this is a good investment, blah, 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 blah. Lucille Ball found out about it, and she had all the money from I Love Lucy and convinced the studio, hey, this is a great idea. I know you're shaky about it. I'm going to pay for a huge chunk of the first part of it if you agree to just give it a chance. And that's what they did. But the crux of it comes when the studio head is murdered, which never happened in real life. But again, I'm sure there are a lot of people that would have. And this came amidst rumors that he was going to cancel the show.
Yeah.
Which Star Trek has been canceled so many times. Which again, like it's the entire premise of it and the characters that are involved in the fake murder, or I guess it's a real murder in the holodeck.
Yeah. Hollow murder.
Yeah, hollow murder. Is a lot of winks and nods if you know the history of Star Trek and what it's taken to get it made and keep it being made.
Yeah.
Like we're watching kind of maybe not a golden age from a storytelling standpoint of Star Trek, but we're in the golden age of at least everyone agrees Star Trek is really good and should be made.
Yeah.
Most of its run, that has not been the case. Studios did not want to make Star Trek. So yeah, it's fun if you know all of that. If you don't, you'll probably be bored like Corey.
True story.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean it in a dig. I'm just saying, like, it is very much, it was very much written with winks and nods to people who know all of that.
Yeah.
So
Which is a lot of what this show is
it's appreciation.
nostalgia. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
appreciation, it's nostalgia, fan service, and then also trying to entertain a new generation of people.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing to do.
The next generation.
Ah, you did the thing.
Ah.
Which fun story when we find out that Anson Mount's Gene Roddenberry, the phone call he got was not that they were canceling the show, it's that they were kicking him off of it.
Yeah.
That is what happened to Gene Roddenberry on TNG.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the first two-ish seasons he was in charge of. And if you know anything about the Next Generation, the first 2 seasons were the worst seasons.
Mm.
And he thought that he was being called in because they were telling him they were going to cancel the Next Generation. And the conversation was basically, no, we think we got gold here and it's going to be really good. You got to go. And so they got rid of him. But yeah.
So Christian, you haven't spoken up too much. So any overall thoughts about this show or this episode?
The whole mystery part, it was really interesting when they got around to what was her name? The communications officer.
Uhura.
Uhura. She was playing like an agent of many of the characters, and she was probably one of the more funnier parts in the whole episode.
Yeah.
Just what like her way that she acted the whole thing, and like the time that she was in the room with
The second
second murdered body, she was just like, I just came in here when she was already dead, and then she totally just left the room.
Yeah.
More worried about her cigarette than the dead body. So I was like, that's funny. But yeah, this whole episode really had a reminiscence of Clue.
Yeah,
and that could use another remake.
Good
for me.
All right. Sure.
The murder mystery itself really didn't take up that much of the episode.
It didn't. No, it didn't.
It was more about like losing power for the ship, and
Which is the B
process
story.
power. Yeah.
So the holodeck is gone awry, which is what holodecks do in Star Trek. There's like 3 instances where the holodeck did exactly what it was supposed to do. They really are dangerous and should be buried in the bottom of a very deep hole. But no, so the B story is that while they're surveying a neutron star, which is highly volatile, the simulation is pulling too much power. So much power that the ship can't do anything else. Can barely maneuver, no shields. That's bad. Which is why Scotty is freaking out.
Yeah.
And so I would argue that we got more actual story from that.
Yeah.
Than we did
I would argue that too.
From the murder mystery.
We got a lot of Anson Mount's like captain faces. Because
Yeah.
it was like, Scotty was just like, about that.
Hypothetically.
That was a good bit.
Yeah, that was.
I enjoyed
do
that
appreciate
bit.
that one. Yeah, I loved the Scotty storyline this episode. I might butt my score to it too, just for the Scotty side of things. The murder mystery is 0. I did not.
Jeez,
wow.
It was so out of place. I didn't like
Wow.
Nothing is out of place in Star Trek.
Yeah, so whatever.
That's the whole point of Star Trek.
No, I will give it some credit. The twist ending for who actually did the murder. Did not see that coming.
That was a good twist. I did not see that coming either. Spoilers, it was Spock, but not
Yeah,
really Spock.
But not really Spock.
Holospoff.
Yeah, so that was really. I will give it that. Like, it's
Like-
not often that a murder mystery actually has a twist ending. That was pretty good.
And like that's
Yeah.
the kind of crap that's gonna happen with AI. Is that like technically it did exactly what she told it to,
Mhm.
but in a way that she would not anticipate, which was also part of the prompt. So it completely made sense. It wasn't out of the blue. We just didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's good writing. I enjoyed that. And it made sense after they explained it.
It did.
So yeah, no, I was on board with it. It was good.
Is that how the world's going to end? We're going to give it too good of a prompt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to do exactly what we said, not
Yeah.
the way we thought.
All right, so that really covers all the story stuff except for that last thing we kind of already touched on, but just wrapping up how the episode ended with the Spock and Noonien Singh thing. Where do we see that going?
I mean, it can't go too far.
Like, okay,
'Cause-
let me
They're
ask you
stuck
this.
on one ship?
Let me ask you this. At what point does he make his way around to number 1?
Wow.
I don't know. She's
Just
she
saying.
next on the
He's
she
making
next
his way
on the
to
list.
ship.
Yeah, the end of the season.
I guess Ortega could be next, or
Would it?
I don't know.
Well, what's really funny is one of the only people we haven't really seen Spock interact with hardly at all is Uhura. And on TNG, they were the ones who were usually kind of flirty. Like, it never really progressed beyond that. Kind of like work wife. She was kind of the work wife a little bit. But like, he would play his little Vulcan guitar and she would sing. And so, I mean, that's probably going to happen at some point.
Or are they setting up Uhura and Scotty?
I don't know.
Because it seems like a little bit of tension between them since the last episode.
It's just his accent.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
I totally get it.
people love Scottish accents.
That kind of blasts my way through my checklist here. Is there anything else, guys?
No, I mean, the episodes are only like 45 minutes long. Like, there's not that much to talk about.
No.
The Star Trek. I liked it.
I did.
Yeah.
In some ways, very.
It was fun. Don't listen to Corey. It's a lot of fun. Corey has a very narrow bandwidth for what he considers appropriate Star Trek. It's fine. He'll get there.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to talk about last week's episode with the zombies, which actually would have been an awesome episode to talk about, but we just didn't have the time to do it.
Maybe we'll swing back around and catch that one.
Yeah,
at some point. It'll be out of order, but you guys aren't going anywhere.
Yeah. But since we didn't get to do that episode, 5 out of 5 for me for that one. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, go watch that.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. But anyway, that is going to wrap us up here for our, I guess, our second video for this season 3 day of recap for Star Trek Strange New Worlds. If you have not already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@EatSleepNerd. Leave a like in this video. Go find the rest of our Star Trek Strange New Worlds videos. Leave likes on those as well. And as we get further into the season, I guess we are going to try to commit to doing the rest of this season every Thursday. Might as well.
I'll try.
Yeah. We're going to have at least 3 of us here, probably every week for the rest of the season. So we're going to be making a playlist. You'll have that season 3 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds playlist on our YouTube channel, so you can actually go and find the rest of our reaction videos for this season. We also still have our season 2 reaction playlist up there if you want to go back and watch season 2 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. So please leave a comment on this video if you want to join in on the conversation, and please share us with your friends and family over on social media. That goes a long way into supporting this channel. And then, Josh.
Yes.
3 things nerds should be doing before they go watch Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Live long and prosper.
You didn't phone it in that time. Proud of you.
Yes.
It's only 2 things.
Live long. Yeah, you're right. It sounds like it should be 3 things, but it's not. You're 100% right. Eat, sleep, nerd.
Eat, sleep, nerd. Take it easy, people.